Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got 8th grade playing the Tier 10 German battleship Grosser Kurfürst. With him are Squidpint in the Vermont, NP-21 in the Des Moines, Fly in the Minotaur, Papa in the Goliath, Larry in the Shimakaza, and Sir Hammer in the Ragnar. They're facing off against the SAA clan. Matchmaking, I would say, taking a look at the matchup here, we definitely have to give a little bit of a radar edge to the SAA clan with Des Moines, Moskva, and Petro. And the good guys, I'm not sure whether Bly is set up as a radar or a smoke mino, but seemingly the radar on the ICOP side of things is going to be limited to Des Moines and Ragnar. And the SAA team is going to have Des Moines, Moskva, Petropavlovsk, and the Smolensk. And gearing is no slouch with 16.5-kilometer torpedoes and a fairly quick reload. So this ought to be an interesting game to watch. So if you're unfamiliar with clan battles, these guys are all on our Discord right now and chatting about who's going to go where. There's generally one person who makes that determination, and that person is referred to as the shot caller. They're calling the shots for the team, saying essentially, you and you go here, you and you and you go over here, you cover this area, and then providing new orders as the tactical situation unfolds. From what I gather, our Clan Battles team has opted for dual shot callers, one on each side of the battle. And it has been working for them. 8th grade makes a blind shot on the Moskva. Moskva probably is going to make it around the island, but you just never know. Petro is very tanky, difficult to damage when nose in like that. And if you're familiar with the German battleship line, you may be aware that they are often considered tinder for HE, and they burn quite nicely. But they are also really, really tough, and if played well, can be a really tough ship to deal with, as the Red Smolensk finds himself just in a barrage of shells from the Ragnar. So Sir Hammer and the Ragnar is taking significant damage, but Hodor and the Smolensk is as well. Now the red dashes circle around 8th grade. That represents his secondaries range, and the secondaries do manage to start a fire. 2 ricochets in that last volley. Smolensk may survive, but it's looking less and less likely. Now, down he goes. Well done, Sir Hammer. And I'm sure NP-21 added his damage to the mix as well. And 8th grade is kind of squaring off against Petro in Ohio here. And that's fire number 1 on 8th grade's ship. NP-21 is angled pretty well. I'm sure he's trying to avoid getting blapped. Ohio, Petro, and Moskva all have very hard-hitting AP. Eighth grade is just angling up, pushing forward enough to allow his secondaries to get to work. He's nose in almost straight at him right now, which is going to limit what his secondaries can do. Nice damage on the Petro. 2 fires burning on the Kurfürst now. So 8th grade decides to stop where he's at. And the Ohio puts a pretty good shot into his cheek. Ohio appears to be pushing forward, probably intending to run around. And we'll see. Ohio has stopped. There's another fire. That's fire number 3. And 8th grade loses one of his turrets and is under 50% on his HP. Reversing now. Tough spot. See the torpedoes from, was that from Blanc? Yeah, I guess it probably was. Loses the front turret again. And to heal up some HP as he continues to reverse. You know, those Petro guns are just, they're tough. Petro switches to HE as Larry finishes off the red gearing with guns. Nicely done, Larry. And Ohio looks like he's going to run right at 8th grade. 8th grade's going to be able to return the favor with a cheek shot as he does. Yeah, nice shot. That was placed very well. And he finishes off the Ohio. Really nice shot. Good guys now down to Mino and Ashima. Squidpent and Papa squaring off against Des Moines and Kremlin. And 8th grade here squaring off with Petro. Petro is just under a rain of fire. Another nice shot for a good chunk of damage. Moskva is beginning to push and to get around the corner and be able to put guns. Well, he may just stop. We'll see. I thought he was going to push forward in order to be able to get guns on 8th grade, but we'll see. It looks like he's moving forward, but hard to be sure. 8th grade says, I'm not going to wait, and he just moves forward himself. Moving forward can be really, really smart here, preventing broadside shots from the Moskva, and if 8th grade swings just a little to starboard, he can run alongside the Petro and just absolutely smash him with these guns. Although it looks like he may ram. He may not need to be broadside. No, just, you can see the Petro took significant damage there. And that was enough. And Moskva is now realizing the situation for their team is pretty desperate. Secondaries are going to go to work here in just a second. Forward guns are loaded again. Nicely done, Team ICOP in 8th grade. Really, really a great job. Way to hold this side by tanking. Squidpent pushing straight at the Vermont. In the Vermont pushing straight at the Kremlin. And I imagine this is probably going to end here pretty quickly. So I will say, great job, ICOP. Well played, 8th grade. Congratulations on the win. Those of you joining me, thank you very much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Team hat die Führung übernommen.